Gabi's miracle father? Mystery shakes Salem. Days of our lives say that as whispers of a miracle pregnancy begin to swirl, Gabi stands at the center of a new storm, one that promises to shake the very foundations of her world. For longtime fans, the stakes have never been higher. Gabi, once a young woman grappling with the anxieties of her first pregnancy, now faces a future filled with uncertainty and hope. The question on everyone's mind: is Gabi truly expecting another child? And if so, who is the father? The answer could alter relationships, alliances, and the course of Salem's most beloved families forever. Reminiscing about the past, Gabi's journey to motherhood. In a poignant moment during the July 8th episode, Gabi reflected on her past, recalling the fear and vulnerability she felt when she was pregnant with her daughter, Ari Horton. Her confession: "While I'd do anything to have another child, I seriously doubt I'd be a good mother," was more than just a fleeting thought. In the world of soap operas, such dialogue is rarely accidental. Instead, it often serves as a harbinger of things to come, a subtle clue for viewers to read between the lines. Gabi's journey as a mother has not been easy. From the moment she discovered she was pregnant with Ari, she was beset by doubts and insecurities. Yet, through sheer determination and love, she found a way to provide for her daughter even as she navigated the treacherous waters of Salem's power struggles and betrayals. Now, with Ari growing older and Gabi yearning for another chance at motherhood, the possibility of a second child feels both miraculous and fraught with new challenges. The miracle pregnancy, hints and hopes. Despite her doubts, Gabi's desire for another child has never truly faded. In Salem, where the impossible often becomes reality, hope springs eternal. Recent episodes have hinted that Gabi may soon experience a miracle pregnancy, an event that would not only fulfill her deepest wish but also set the stage for a dramatic new chapter in her life. Soap operas thrive on the unexpected, and Gabi's story is no exception. While she has openly expressed skepticism about her ability to become a mother again, fate may have other plans. The prospect of a new baby brings with it a whirlwind of emotions: joy, fear, anticipation, and, most intriguingly, uncertainty about the child's paternity. Complications and romance. Xander and Philip enter the scene as Gabi's world turns. Two men have emerged as the leading contenders for the role of baby daddy: Xander Kyriakis and Philip Kyriakis. Both men have shared complicated histories with Gabi, and their recent interactions have only intensified the drama. Xander Kyriakis. The wild card Xander, known for his rugged charm and unpredictable nature, has found himself drawn into Gabi's orbit as part of her ongoing scheme with Tony DiMera. Spoilers suggest that Gabi will soon share a passionate kiss with Xander, a moment that could easily escalate given the right circumstances. If Gabi's miracle pregnancy does come to pass, Xander stands as a prime candidate for paternity. His involvement would undoubtedly add layers of complexity to an already tangled web, especially considering his own tumultuous past. Philip Kyriakis. The unexpected connection. While Xander brings excitement and danger, it is Philip who seems to have truly captured Gabi's heart. Their chemistry is undeniable, and recent episodes have teased a heated encounter that could change everything. As Gabi and Philip's relationship deepens, the possibility of genuine feelings and perhaps even love emerges. If Philip is revealed to be the father, the ramifications would ripple through Salem, affecting not only Gabi's future but also the powerful Kyriakis family. The possibility of a third contender just when viewers think they have the mystery solved. Another twist emerges. Rumors have circulated that Gabi may eventually reunite with JJ Devereaux, her former flame. If this reunion occurs around the same time as her pregnancy, JJ could also be a contender for paternity. The uncertainty surrounding the baby's father only heightens the suspense, leaving fans eagerly speculating about what's to come. Emotional turmoil. Gabi's inner struggle beneath the surface drama. Gabi's emotional journey remains at the heart of the storyline. Her candid admission of self-doubt, her fear that she may not be a good mother, resonates deeply, especially with viewers who have followed her from the beginning. Gabi's vulnerability makes her relatable, while her resilience inspires admiration. As she faces the possibility of raising another child, Gabi must confront her past, her fears, and her hopes for the future. The ripple effect. How Gabi's pregnancy could change Salem. The revelation of Gabi's pregnancy and the subsequent paternity mystery promises to send shockwaves through Salem. Relationships will be tested, secrets will be revealed, and alliances will shift as the truth comes to light. For Gabi, the journey ahead is filled with uncertainty but also with the promise of redemption and new beginnings. If Xander is the father, expect fireworks as Gabi navigates the challenges of co-parenting with one of Salem's most unpredictable men. If Philip is the father, the Kyriakis family could be thrown into turmoil with old rivalries reignited and new bonds formed. If JJ is the father, a reunion with her former love could offer Gabi a second chance at happiness, but not without its own set of complications. Conclusion. The future awaits as Days of Our Lives continues to unfold. One thing is certain. Gabi Hernandez's story is far from over. Her journey through motherhood, love, and self-discovery promises to captivate viewers for months to come. Whether her miracle baby brings joy, heartbreak, or a little of both, Gabi's resilience and determination will see her through. So, as the residents of Salem brace themselves for the next twist, fans can only watch, wait, and wonder, who is the father of Gabi's baby? And how will this revelation change the lives of everyone she loves? One thing is for sure, Gabi's greatest adventure is just beginning, and Salem will never be the same. Next, broken heart trouble in Salem, Xander's struggles, Sarah's fury, and a heartbreaking kidnapping shakes the town. The summer heat in Salem isn't just coming from the weather. Days of Our Lives is turning up the emotional temperature in a dramatic and heart-wrenching way. In the coming episodes, fan favorite Xander Cook Kyriakis finds himself caught in the middle of an emotional firestorm, battling with Sarah Horton Kyriakis over their daughter Victoria, while also being pulled into the ripple effects of a harrowing kidnapping involving two of Salem's youngest and most beloved girls, Holly Jonas and Ariana Horton. Let's unravel this tangled web of tension, loss, and the desperate choices people make when love, loyalty, and fear collide. Firecracker Sarah and Xander clash again, this time over Victoria. Xander's temper is legendary in Salem, and while he has tried to evolve into a calmer, more stable man for the sake of his family, it seems his past habits still haunt him. This week, that explosive side returns when he once again finds himself in a painful standoff with Sarah Horton Kyriakis. The source of their battle? None other than their spirited daughter, Victoria. After a heated disagreement, Sarah attempts to confront Xander about what she sees as a growing rift between him and their child. She believes Victoria needs more structure, more support, and most of all, more of her mother. But Xander, already feeling threatened and overwhelmed, lashes out in a fit of protective frustration. According to previews, Xander will make threats, implying that if Sarah doesn't back off, he'll take more drastic action regarding Victoria's custody and living arrangements. Child of father's struggle, Xander versus a child in crisis. Despite his bluster, Xander's heart is in the right place. He wants to be the father Victoria needs, but parenting is proving to be harder than he imagined. After insisting that Victoria stay away from the Kyriakis' mansion in an attempt to create a new, healthier life for them both, Xander's decision begins to backfire. Victoria, already reeling from the absence of her mother, starts to act out. She becomes restless, emotional, and extremely difficult to manage. This is not just a case of toddler tantrums, it's a young child in deep emotional distress, missing the maternal bond that once gave her stability. Xander begins to realize the hard truth: he may not be enough on his own to give Victoria the life she deserves. Warning: as Xander crumbles, Salem faces a greater tragedy. While Xander wrestles with his personal crisis, Salem is blindsided by an even more terrifying situation, one that grips the entire community in fear. Doug Williams III, entangled in dangerous debt with local loan sharks, has reached the point of no return. When he defaults, the consequences are swift and brutal. The loan sharks don't send warnings, they take hostages. And in a devastating twist, those hostages are none other than Ariana Ari Horton and Holly Jonas. The two girls were supposed to be heading off on a fun summer trip to the lake, an innocent excursion that should have been filled with laughter, sunshine, and selfies. Instead, it ends in fear and darkness as they're abducted and held for ransom as payment for Doug's unpaid loans. SOS button: captivity and fear. Ari and Holly's desperate situation locked away by ruthless criminals. Ari and Holly are forced to rely on their wits and each other to stay calm. While Days has not yet revealed the full details of their captivity, early teasers suggest that the girls are hidden in a remote location near Salem and possibly being guarded around the clock. There's no way for them to contact the outside world, and every hour that passes, their situation becomes more dire. Holly, with her mother Nicole absent and her father Eric unaware of the crisis, is terrified. And young Ari, strong-willed like her mother Gabi, tries to be brave. But even the toughest children can only endure so much. Broken heart a mother's fear. Gabi realizes something's wrong back in Salem. Gabi begins to panic when she realizes Ari never made it to the lake. She calls Holly's family, but no one has heard from the girls. Hours pass with no texts, no calls, and no sign of their whereabouts. At first, Gabi thinks it might just be a delay. But then a chill runs down her spine. Something is terribly wrong. In a rare moment of vulnerability, Gabi seeks comfort in Xander's arms. The two have had a complicated history, often finding themselves on opposite sides of moral lines. But in this moment of heartbreak and fear, they are just two parents trying to process a nightmare. Xander, shaken by his own issues with Victoria, finds a kindred pain in Gabi's panic. They sit together, shell-shocked, wondering what more they could have done and fearing what might come next. Cristobal, what's next for Salem? As the town reels from the news of the kidnapping, the coming days will be filled with search parties, whispered prayers, and rising tensions. Gabi and Eric will stop at nothing to find their daughters. Xander may be called upon to use his darker contacts to help, tapping into his criminal past for one last favor. Meanwhile, Sarah, despite her anger, may be forced to help Xander care for Victoria once more as the emotional burden becomes too much for him alone. And Doug Williams III will have to face the full consequences of his mistakes as the entire town learns just how far-reaching his debts truly are. Glowing star, why the story resonates. This powerful storyline is more than just soap opera drama. It's about the fragile nature of parenthood, the unpredictable dangers that come from bad decisions, and the raw, often painful love that binds families together. Xander is learning that strength doesn't always mean control. Sometimes strength means asking for help, especially from the very people you once pushed away. And Gabi? She's discovering that even the fiercest mothers can be brought to their knees when their child is in danger.